All right. We're moving on to the third and final topic. All right. Gaming the movie. Here's how this topic works. You're going to pick a game that you feel as if would be either a good movie, could be a movie that could sell, just a game overall. If you have a cast, that's great. If you think of one that, here, I'll give you an example, okay? I'll give you my example. I think we could just say ours and then discuss about it. So one that I think would just sell, would just do a great job, would be obviously Call of Duty the movie. Like, it's a war thing. You just slap Call of Duty on it, and you're off, and you're making millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And you get a good director, like
you got Kevin Spacey already.
Exactly, he's already there.
Yeah, he's already there.
Troy Baker's not in it. Does he not?
he'll dub over.
No, Matt Mercer will be in it now. I'm sorry. So that one would that would be like instant selling. My dream one would be Gears of War, and I've had this cast since you can obviously tell when I thought you've already read it, didn't you? Okay. So when I was in this mode, this was the cast I wanted as Gears of War, and I feel like it would be great.
Okay.
Coltrane.
Okay.
Woo! All about the Coltrane. Yeah, that guy. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Okay. Yeah. I can see it. Yeah.
We passing? Okay.
Yeah.
Baird.
Yeah.
John Cena.
See, I'm not familiar with John Cena. So.
Funny dude. Baird, kind of funny.
I know.
Okay. So I get a good pass on that one.
Yeah. The only thing I know with John Cena is he does a lot of charity work, which is awesome.
Yes. He's a great dude.
I haven't seen him wrestle.
Okay.
I don't know him as a wrestler. So
I know. I grew up with him, so that was kind of what it was. Not with. Yeah, you grew up with me.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I remember you grew up.
Yeah. I have the picture. I showed it to you. It's in my wallet. Dom. Dave Bautista. And at the time, he was not an actor, but he has now been an actor.
Yeah, he's been
in Guardians.
Yeah, he's been in.
I'm just saying, Dave Bautista, right there.
I think he's been in more movies though than just Guardians, but that's.
Yeah, but they were
Drax
WWE films.
Drax is his big hit.
Yeah.
So.
And Marcus Phoenix, the man, the myth, the legend, the game, the cerebral
Triple H.
assassin, Triple H.
Oh man, okay.
All
right.
WWE superstars, all past and present.
I mean, they do have to be built.
That's what I'm saying. They just have to be. They have to be jacked, and all four of those guys are jacked.
That's true.
Triple H is getting a little bit on the pudgy side, but he stays fit.
Well, he's like turning 50 soon.
No, I don't think he's 50. I don't think Triple H is 50.
I don't know.
I gotta look that up now. But I know John Cena just turned 40.
Yeah, I was gonna say if John Cena's like 40, Triple H has got to be. Triple H and The Rock have got to be like pushing 50. I have no idea.
Let's see here.
On the fly.
47.
Yeah.
Almost 50.
Pushing 50.
He's only 7 years older than John Cena.
He's pushing 50.
Okay, whatever.
He's gonna be Hulk. He's gonna be Hulk soon.
I think he's as old as my mom. But anyway, yeah, that's my cast.
Yeah, Triple H could be your father.
They're all built.
Yeah.
They fit those roles, and Triple H is funny. All of them are funny in some way, shape, or form, and everyone needs a little dice of humor in Gears of War.
Yeah,
and
it's
they all
in there.
need to be action. They all need to fit that armor. I'm just saying that's my cast of Gears of War.
Okay.
You got Triple H as Marcus Phoenix. You have Dave Bautista as Dom. You have John Cena as Baird, and you have
who's gonna play the guy that always dies?
Carmine.
Yeah.
Hey guys, so there's a little bit of a problem with the video. Obviously, it cut out. So, yeah. But enjoy the rest of the audio. So we're just gonna put up a logo, and that's how that's gonna work out. Is that okay?
I'm gonna put some gameplay or something up behind.
A gameplay. Okay, what game?
Overwatch.
Okay, here's some Overwatch gameplay. Over the time frame.
NATO
potato. Here's some gameplay of Overwatch during the rest of the gameplay. Sorry, guys.
Carmine.
Matt Stone and Trey Parker. Anyway, we need a third one, don't we? Anyway, it's because there's 3 Carmine. No, is there 3 Carmines or 4?
Just have it be the same guy, different helmet.
That's what it normally is.
Yeah, I know.
But was it Anthony Benjamin Cameron? something like that.
Oh, and then
I
it'd be a
don't know.
D because
Yeah.
it's
I don't know.
ABCD.
I don't know if 4 had a D. I
I
don't.
have no idea.
Anyway, that came out wrong. Anyway,
Ha ha.
well, actually, yours was a little bit faster because you didn't have a cast for yours.
No, I couldn't think of a cast. I wrote down 2 ideas. I think the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, if they stick to the story, because I know
So you just jump it right into Oblivion.
yeah. Well, if you stick to the main story of Oblivion, it's really good because I know that if you pick the Elder Scrolls, it's like, well, what do you focus on? Because there's so much to do, and I would just say stick to the main storyline.
World
the
of
main
Warcraft
quest.
came out. And that didn't work very well, and that was an RPG.
Yeah, I don't think that was Blizzard's fault or the source material's fault.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest,
Yeah. It got a 32 out of 100 on Metacritic.
Oh, that's
I think
pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty. That's
Yeah,
a 3.2.
Well, if you doubled it, you'd be getting a 64. Out of
That's
100.
true. If you did double it,
You would be passing.
He's got a point. He's got a point. What's your second movie?
I think my second movie, which would probably be easier, would be a Borderlands game.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. That would be cool.
I think a Borderlands game would be amazing.
You couldn't think of who would be good in Borderlands?
No, not really. I
mean, there are 4
really.
main characters in that.
Yeah, I just turn it into Guardians of the Galaxy on Pandora. Good to go.
There you go,
I
Hollywood.
should have said that. That was a good idea.
Well, let's see what you got.
I mean, Borderlands is very much similar to like the Guardians of the Galaxy formula.
Yeah. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's wild and zany.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
anybody's out there like, oh, we need to capitalize on this Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, well, I mean,
thing.
you had Disney paying the check on that one. But
Yeah,
that was
had,
mainly it.
buy the licensing for Take-Two to make a Borderlands movie.
You could.
I would see that doing fairly well. I mean, it would probably look like Guardians of the Galaxy with Fury Road, and
Yeah.
I think I would watch that.
That would be cool.
What about you, Quinn? What movie would
Just
you like
less
to see?
Claptrap.
That's a game? Less Claptrap. Why? He's.
I can't stand Claptrap.
So my movie would be based off of Star Wars Republic Commando. I don't know if any of you guys have played that
You
game.
know that one?
Is that a real-time strategy one?
No, it's on Xbox. It's a focus on the clone troopers. They're elite task force.
Oh,
of
the
clone
first-person
troopers.
shooter?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
that's
one. Okay,
right.
yeah.
That was like for PC and like Xbox, right?
Yeah.
And I really loved that
It was
game
like
as a kid.
it was like a Doom, but like Star Wars.
Yeah,
It was M-rated too.
yeah,
wasn't
it was like because it was a
M-rated
heavy
Star Wars
focus.
game.
It was sort of like how Rogue One is for like the Republic and Empire or whatever. So this would be more for like the droids versus the clones and stuff like that. More like the what's going on behind the scenes of
So
the
you're
main
saying
characters.
this is a prequel?
No, well,
Is it taking place in the prequel?
yeah, it takes place in the prequels.
Okay.
It takes place with the clone troopers, and it focuses on the war between like them when they go to Geonosis and stuff, and like fighting against all of the droids. And it was a really cool game if you haven't played it. It was gritty and stuff like that, and you
Yeah.
actually got to command your like.
Yeah,
everyone,
wasn't it like kind of like a Ghost Recon?
Yeah,
where
it was sort of like that. And you had like a demolitions expert, you had like a sniper, I think you had like a medic guy.
Yeah.
Medic guy.
Yeah, just
He has a cross
he?
on. He has a cross on his armor somewhere.
Yeah, he was like medic man. And I think that would just be it would be a pretty cool movie. I mean, they already did sort of like the gritty war story with Republic Commando, so seeing that with like clone troopers could be doable.
I mean, right now, you gotta deal with Disney.
Yeah.
So you ain't gonna get an R-rated movie, but you could get a hard PG-13.
Imagine that. A
You could-
Disney,
A Disney
R-rated,
R-rated
movie?
Have you not seen was it Pulp Fiction?
Pulp Fiction's not a Disney movie.
Who owns Miramax? Disney owns Miramax.
Back then?
They own them now. That's their rated R company.
Well, then put it through Miramax. There you go.
There you go. You
Yeah.
could do it. Yeah, have Quentin Tarantino direct it.
There you go.
Quentin
That
Tarantino
would be
Star
a
Wars
little
movie.
weird.
You would not get anything out of that.
Nope.
I think
you
you
wouldn't
could
even
get
get probably the Star Wars music.
No, I think you can get a pretty good solid PG-13 though. You can get a PG-13 movie. I mean, all the new Star Wars movies are PG-13. So
Yeah.
there you go.
I mean,
That's
PG,
no.
they don't need to curse or anything. They just need to kill people and die.
Yeah, exactly. That's all you need to do. Just kill people and die. Yeah, I mean, here are some of the games that have been made in movies. Obviously, we had Tomb Raider.
With Angelina
Angelina
Jolie.
Jolie is playing it.
Yeah. I didn't.
Not
care
a
for him.
fan of Khaleesi playing Lara Croft.
Wait, what?
Did you know this?
Are they rebooting
Yes. you
Tomb
didn't
Raider?
know
And they're
this?
and they're using
Oh.
the actress who plays Khaleesi.
Yes, in Game of Thrones. Now here's the thing. Not a fan of this because I'm a fan of Camilla Luddington as Lara Croft, and I've even told her this.
Mhm.
And so, but my thing is like, you already have this person.
Mm-hmm.
She's already an actress.
Mm-hmm.
So where was the contract signed? Like until I hear Camilla Luddington was like, "No, I don't want to do it."
Mm-hmm.
Then this doesn't make any sense.
I wouldn't see her turning it down either.
Yeah, exactly. And I just don't get it. Like
Yeah, I don't
she
get it
already gets mocabbed.
Yeah.
She already is literally put in the game. Like I mean, physically and every
visually, yeah.
digitally put in there. And I'm just not a fan of that.
Yeah, and then the Angelina Jolie, I didn't like them. The only people that I knew to go watch that movie went to just go oogle at her in the outfit.
And they made what 3 movies out of that?
3 of them,
Jeez,
yeah.
I was 4 or 5 or something.
The highest rated Metacritic, we checked on Wikipedia, so this is where all these numbers are coming. Mortal Kombat got the highest rated Metacritic number.
That was a good movie too.
58 out of 100. That came out.
I actually, honestly, I'm surprised out of all the video game movies, that was the highest rated one because I think that movie is god awful.
Really? You don't like that?
No, I hate. Actually,
I was like the perfect age when
came
that
out
movie.
in the 80s, right?
No,
No, it came out way earlier.
no,
than
it came
that.
out in the mid '90s.
Oh,
Yeah,
it did
it was
really?
in
Mortal
that
Kombat didn't come out till like the '92
Oh, that's
or
right. 'cause the
'93,
ESRB
and
stuff
then
like that didn't start
and then the
until, like-
movie came out a couple years after that. I was like the perfect age of like 9.
Man,
or
they really
10.
capitalized on that, didn't they?
Oh yeah. Oh
They're like
no,
arcade movie. Like
Yeah.
it's already got buzz.
Yeah, and I was like the perfect age, and I remember eating that movie up when I was younger, and yeah.
Another one that's a little more recent. Prince of Persia:
I
Sands of
hate that
Time.
movie too.
50 out of 100 was the second highest rated. Now I remember when this movie was coming out and Disney was backing it so hard.
Yeah, they put a lot
They
of
were
money
like,
into it.
Nope, it's gonna be it's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. We have Jake Gyllenhaal. We have all this stuff. Wait a minute. You have Jake Gyllenhaal playing a Prince of Persia? Yep. All right. We're just gonna load off of that one. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, and then the game came out. The actual Sands of Time. Wait, did Sands of Time the game came out first? Yeah.
No, Prince of Persia and Sands of Time was like a 2D. No, was it 2D or was it 3D?
There's a 3D one.
Those came out in like the 90s, late 90s.
That one did because I know there was a PlayStation 2 game. I had that game.
I don't.
I didn't really like Prince of Persia because everyone was like buying Assassin's Creed, and then at GameStop, Game Crazy. This guy was like,
Well, Assassin's
"Oh,
Creed
yeah,
wasn't
you
on the
know."
PlayStation 2 though.
No, it was. So it might have been like 360, but I still didn't have a 360 yet.
Was it the
I
one who
didn't have
had
one
like
yet.
the blue and red outfit with the claw?
I can't remember, but I didn't have a 360 yet.
Didn't
so
Nolan North voice acted?
I don't know. I didn't. play
I
Prince of
actually
Persia.
liked that game. I had that, and I actually liked that. I thought it was a fun platformer. It's not like if you took Prince of Persia off of it and just released it as its own thing, I think it would have done a lot. I think it would have been done
Yeah.
better. But Prince of Persia having it attached to it, I think is what drew people away from it.
Yeah, I mean that was the yeah. It just felt not as because as soon as Assassin's Creed came out, that was it. Like Prince of Persia died. It didn't continue on. They just stopped because they tried competing against it, like Ubisoft versus. Oh crap! They versed themselves.
Yeah, no, I'm like, where are you
Yeah,
going
they
with this?
didn't-
They
yeah,
they
just-
they do
It
both
was-
of them.
Well, it was
killed
two
themselves.
studios. It was
Yeah.
two studios, but
Yeah.
yeah, they killed off their own platform.
They
But I guess they
cut
moved
off
on.
their own leg.
Yeah, exactly. They moved on though.
Speaking of, man, yeah, I'm remembering that game. I actually liked that game.
Max Payne got a 31 out of 100 on
I
Metacritic.
don't remember that that game being a movie.
Yeah, wasn't like someone big was in that movie, wasn't it?
I don't remember it coming to theaters.
Let's
so.
see here. Max Payne
On the Fly.
movie.
That's not how you spell Max Payne.
Yep. P-A-Y-A.
Oh, that's right, with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's
What?
right.
Marky Mark was in here. There it is.
Yeah.
Melina Kunis is in this game. What?
Ludacris.
Luda. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
There's a lot of big names in this movie. Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. Obviously Warcraft.
They got a good
Being-
score.
Yep, 32 out of 100.
32. I think that's deserved, but yeah.
You've seen it. I did not see it.
I saw it in theaters.
Wow, you actually paid the money to go see that movie?
Well, so myself, I spent many years playing World of Warcraft. Rebecca's family all played it together, and her mom still
Okay,
plays
so
it.
there was sentimental going in.
Yeah, and
But
her
then there was
and-
shame coming out.
no, we actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, because the Easter eggs.
Because all the Easter eggs in it made it fun.
Yeah.
It follows not WoW though storyline. It follows the real-time strategy storyline. So like her mom.
What is that?
Well,
There's two different.
no,
Yeah,
they
'Cause
follow.
there's Warcraft.
Well, yeah, it follows the beginning of the Warcraft series of the real-time strategy games, which those influence WoW, but not everything moves over the same. So it's
Oh,
not a
that's you.
movie. No, it's not a movie based on WoW. It's a movie based on the lore from the first 3 Warcraft games: Warcraft 1, 2, and 3.
Interesting.
And so like a lot of the story, because my girlfriend's mom has been playing WoW since beta. Yeah, and she's even got the trophy for being on the 10-year anniversary of it. They sent people who've been subscribed for that whole
The whole
time
time,
frame.
yeah.
They send them little statues of their, because in front of the Blizzard HQ they have their big statue of I don't remember, is it Thrall? I don't remember if it's Thrall. An orc riding a wolf.
As one orc does.
Yeah.
Rides orcs.
And
I mean,
so they
rides.
Yeah,
Yeah.
orcs ride orcs.
so
Humans ride humans.
how other orcs are
well but they sent little miniature versions about that big to people who had been subscribed for the 10 years.
Okay.
I think Alex from work has one.
Jesus. I remember.
But she took us to go see it, but her and her boyfriend who play WoW together, they both have been playing since beta. They didn't get a lot of the references and a lot of the lore behind the story because it's not WoW references and lore. Like there are some things that are in there that are that you can that are in WoW too, but most of it is from Warcraft 1, 2, and 3.
Interesting.
So
I never put together that there was a Warcraft, and then there was World of Warcraft.
Yeah, there's Warcraft 1, 2, and 3,
Yeah, I
and then
didn't
then Dota came from Warcraft 3 mod, and then there was
See, I always thought they were talking about.
and then there's WoW.
But see, that's the thing. I'm not I was not a PC gamer at that time.
Yeah.
And still really
I was
not really.
3 years old by the time it was 2000, so I was not a gamer at that time.
2000, I was 5.
I was in high school.
Another game is Silent Hill. Got a 30 out of 100.
Good score.
Good score. If you double it, they get 60. So I mean, yeah. But Silent Hill, I feel is like one of those games that it's one of those games you think on paper.
Would work.
It's a great storyline.
But they don't follow the game.
Exactly. That is a big
that's
problem.
the problem is they don't follow.
And I think that's part of the reason why Resident Evil doesn't work is because this
they're
is a
already
totally different
rebooting.
thing. It has nothing to do with the games. You took Leon, you took Chris, you tossed him to the side. I think actually doesn't Chris make an appearance like in the first one?
Jill or not Jill? No,
No, I think it is a girl.
But
Isn't it his sister?
one of the
isn't it?
characters the characters from the games do show up later on in the movies.
Not Leon though.
Not Leon, that to my knowledge, because I stopped watching after the
I have not
or fourth
seen one.
movie.
I haven't seen one, so I refuse.
like
I
7 of them.
refuse to watch them.
Yeah, pay with your wallet.
In the
yeah,
first
or
movie,
both.
well, because I don't know, my knowledge of the first 2 movies is very minimal because I did watch them, but I watched them when I was young, so before I played the games. So by the time,
the only people I know that like the movies that have know nothing of the games.
Yeah. Well, Wesker makes an appearance in
Yeah.
the movies, but I don't think I think he's just there in the first 2 and he goes, right?
they do actually fight him in one of the more recent ones.
Oh, okay.
Because one of the most recent one I believe that came out is based off of Revelations because they go on a ship or something like that. But
So they did try to tie it back, but
Yeah,
it
they
was just
did.
too little, too late.
Because like Damnation or the one that takes place in the desert is the one that had the most like I think Resident Evil characters because it had Chris's sister in it.
yeah, the one you can play in the first game.
Yeah, or no, not in the first game. It's second. Yeah, she's playable
Oh,
because
wait.
it's you
so
can
what's
choose
the
between
game?
Leon and Claire Redfield. The first game is Jill and Chris, which Jill.
That was
Valentine.
it, Jill Valentine. Okay,
And I don't know if Jill appears in any of the Resident Evil movies because I can't remember correctly about the first couple
Yeah.
ones. The only thing I know about the second movie that they actually tied in with the second game was that the main voice or the main actress lady, I don't know
Yeah.
her.
The one that was in she's in
Uh,
Fifth Element, right? Yeah.
The character she plays, who is an original character, like Alice, because there's multiple of her. They just make more clones of her out of like the virus.
Oh wow, spoiler.
Um,
No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, because people really care.
Yeah. You gotta
Um,
get that Resident Evil movie lore, okay?
Yeah, her boyfriend turns into the
The big monster guy.
I can't remember what it's called right now. But the thing that chases you throughout Resident Evil 2.
Okay.
Or no, Resident Evil 3. My bad. I said 2, but 3 because it takes place before or.
So
Yeah.
are they? Did they confirm that the timelines do exist next to each other, or are they're different universes?
For the movies?
Yeah.
I don't
know.
think Capcom.
Yeah. What's the step
Yeah.
away from that?
Yeah, I think the guy like directing it loosely follows like some sort of bit of story
Yeah.
from like the respective games. Like he goes, "That's cool. I'm putting it in the movie." It's kind of like honestly, I feel like it's like able to steal like an idea you really like. Because essentially it's like his own Resident Evil fan fiction at this point.
Yeah. I mean, that was kind of the thing was, you know, they do make the animation movies. I think the only one I've seen is Degeneration, and it was because Leon was in it, and I was like, oh, you know, I just got done playing Resident Evil 4. I want to play this, you know, and then I was like, wow, this is pretty good. Like for what it is, I already like Leon. Like I prefer him over Chris anytime.
Of
So,
course.
I mean, you got that hair. I mean,
He's good
flip it
looking.
up.
He's got the humor. He's got Matt Mercer's voice.
not the movie.
Yeah, in the movie.
In the movie.
In the movie, he does.
Oh wait. Okay, so you got to tell me because I don't think you told me the full thing. So
Matt
the
Mercer.
guy that played in 4 is not anywhere else in any
No,
other
he
game.
only voiced Leon in 4 because Leon's really young in 4, and then every Leon after that is Matt Mercer.
So 4 was like in the past.
Yeah, 4 was really young Leon.
I don't play it.
Or not really young. Okay,
I've only played
so
the 4.
Younger.
The youngest Leon
I thought
is
that
in
was when
number
he was
2.
a cop. Yes. when he's a
Resident
police
Evil
officer.
2 is his youngest, and then 4 takes place when he's like probably 20 something. Because most of the time Resident Evil games take place the year that they come out.
Yes.
And
So that one took place in like 2004.
yeah, so he's like in his 20s because the original Raccoon City incident was like 98 or something, and he was like late teens, early 20s. He was a beginning cop. That was
So
like
Matt
his first
Mercer
thing.
played this in
No,
the second
not
one?
in 4. Not in 2. There was no voice acting. That was a PS1 game.
I don't know.
Well, okay.
I
There
didn't
could,
play
actually,
that one.
no, I take that back. There could have been voice acting because you know the whole Jill sandwich thing, but
I don't think.
Yeah, there was no because
Was
yeah,
there
in the
voice
first
acting in
Resident Evil
Had
there is
the-
voice
the
acting
Jill
because that is
sandwich,
the Jill
yeah.
sandwich is
but
said.
I don't. I don't recall anyone talking about the voice acting in 2 or 3.
So I mean, how much can you stand out from the first game? I don't know. Maybe it is just text, but or maybe it's just.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if there is a voice actor because when I looked up on the Wikipedia to find this information about like how many times Matt Mercer played Leon, for Chris they actually put down like who voiced him in the first game, who voiced him in the remaster.
Oh wow, so they have a different voice actor
who
for
voiced
the
him
remaster?
in 5, who voiced him. Well, 5 was still the same in 6 and forward. I believe that's the current one that they use for the movies as well. And then for Leon, it's the guy who voiced him in 4, and then Resident Evil 6, and then is all that is Matt Mercer 6 and forward.
But,
It's all Matt
yeah, so Matt's played Leon in the 6th one and the animation.
Yeah, and all the animation.
Okay.
So all older Leon, or
Yeah.
or I guess current Leon.
Yeah.
You would say.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, the other thing, I think Resident Evil could be great. It's like another thing. It's just like Silent Hill. It can be great. On paper, it's fantastic. You have zombies. You have the
Cool
fact
characters.
that you have great characters that are already established that fans already know. But then you got people in Hollywood that are like, no, we're gonna redo it. We're gonna do our own
We're
thing.
gonna make our fan fiction.
Yeah,
out of it.
exactly. Another thing with, like, I feel like now that we've seen all these comic book characters, we're getting almost the same. I mean, Disney has done an amazing job with the Marvel, cinematic universe, where they're like, they didn't. I mean, at one point they eventually realized, okay, we're gonna make this a big deal. But like when they made Iron Man, that was we're rolling dice. Like first off, we got Robert Downey Jr., who has not a very good past, and then you have, these people that it's Iron Man. Iron Man's a jerk. Like it's the same thing with Guardians of the Galaxy. No one cared about Guardians of the Galaxy when Guardians of the Galaxy came out. But you started attaching people to how the storyline goes, and now we're 11, 12 years in, since Iron Man, 10 years because I think Iron Man came out in 2007. But like still, we're 10 years later, and we're still talking about Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk, the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's like those are weird. Doctor Strange. All have big fan bases except Guardians. I mean, it has its fan base, but for different reasons. But people already liked them, and now we're getting the live action thing, the things that people always played in their minds of like, oh, what would have happened if if this was a movie, like, or have a totally different thing. And essentially, like with the Marvel Cinematic Universe is, here are the big chunks. We got to put these in here. Sprinkle in our own thing, but when it all comes down to it, this is what's going to happen. Like, we're all leading up to Thanos. We're all leading up to how are the next big question is, how are the Guardians crossing over to Thor? Or to any of the other, like, my theory is that they're going to cross in Thor. But how are the Guardians crossing over to the mainline cinematic universe and getting Thanos involved in everything? I mean, obviously the Avengers pissed him off, and Guardians are pissing him off even worse, and so eventually they're gonna have to clamor against each other. But I feel like if that was what we did with video games, we could do it. But there's the other thing I talked to you about this the other day was, you have maybe 40-hour game, and you have 2 hours you gotta do that into.
It's hard.
Yeah, and so like you can have Nathan Drake fondling around over on the cliff and trying to climb the thing and keep falling down, and you're like, oh no, I gotta climb back up.
Well, the thing is, though, is I would imagine they would cut that stuff out.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
But that adds to your game. Like,
Right.
you're spending time with this character, even though you're forcibly having to.
Right, because if you go to like the Uncharted games and you just watch the cutscenes, you get like a 2-hour movie out of it.
Yeah, but I mean that's how that game is designed.
Right.
The same with The Last of Us. Last of Us is just a movie with minor
With
gameplay. in
filler
it.
gameplay
Yeah.
between the movie.
I mean, we did get Last of Us the movie though. Logan. That was what it was. Logan was. Last of Us.
I haven't watched Logan.
Oh, it's a good movie. But yeah, that's mainly all. I had Ratchet and Clank on here too. They got 29 out of 100 on Metacritic.
Love that movie.
Shut up.
Actually, okay, so no joke though. I had no expectations going into that movie, and it was all right.
Okay.
All right.
All right. It was the Disney movie that everyone thought that the old.
Wait, Disney did that?
No, but
Oh,
like
I
a
was
lot
gonna
of
say.
people said like when Ratchet and Clank came out, they were like, "Oh, this looks like a Disney movie,"
Oh.
and then like now they got their movie. Didn't really change much.
I think Jack and Dexter would have been a better fit.
The
than Ratchet and
animation was
Clank.
good. Yeah, I wish it was Jack and Daxter because
I mean, yeah, you'll have Dexter giving all the jokes for the adults to get, and
it would have been
Yeah.
great. I
Yeah.
love Jack and Daxter.
yeah.
Well, there you go. Any final things? You good?
Borderlands the movie. Let's have it.
Let's make it happen.
Just
You don't
make
even
it
have your
happen.
cast yet. You're just. I don't care who's in it. Just
Yeah,
there you
if
go.
it's written well and they
You want
they
Chris
did
Pratt
it.
in it? If you were to put Chris Pratt in there, what would you put him in?
probably
Claptrap.
have to be like the soldier.
Soldier.
Well, it depends on like what kind
What'd
of a
you
game
say?
you're gonna be.
It's a Claptrap.
Claptrap.
I mean, no, it depends on which character types that they would take from the games to use.
Yeah.
So
What about you? What is your closing statements?
I love kung fu.
all right.
What? I can't top that one, so we're gonna end that conversation there. Ladies and gentlemen, you have just watched Bitcade. We are you again what it's time. Okay, anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Bitcade. Right here on Primal Target. If you want to watch more, make sure you click that little subscribe button and then you tap the bell button next to it, because these episodes come out every single week. Every Saturday, there's a new episode of Bitcade, and then every single week, and then at the end of the month, you get the full episode if you're one of those people that's just like, no, I'm going to chill out. I'm going to wait. I'm a patient person. It's kind of like Square Enix, except all of our stuff is free. So there you go. Anyway, see, that was a huge callback. We've been talking for almost 2 hours. Anyway, there are multiple platforms that we are on. There's a little thing at the very end where it's going to tell you the last video of Bitcade plus our most current video. So you can go click on that. And then a little circle with our logo in it. You click that, and it'll take you to a subscribe thing. And like I said, tap the bell button. But we're on multiple platforms of social media. We are over there on twitch.tv/primal_target. Over there, we do live streams every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And yeah, we have some fun times over there. Plus, we're over on Facebook.com/Primal Target. Just Facebook.com/Primal Target. That's where we're at. If you like us there, you get the notifications on when a video gets uploaded, when listen, a nice little message is there, and when we go live on Twitch. But if you're more of a Twitter person, we have that as well. At Primal_Target is where we're at over on Twitter. There, you get notified, Quinn, on when we go live on Twitch and things like that. We're also on Instagram. We just have an Instagram if you want to share the love. But remember, you guys built the PT Nation, and it's up to you. It's up to you to build it. Thank you, David. Thank you, Quinn.
I thought I was David.
We'll see you guys in the next episode. Good night, everybody.
Night.
Bye.